Emma skipped along the forest path. She was home alone for the afternoon, and since her mom would be home soon, Emma wanted to explore the woods behind their house one last time this summer. She had been here hundreds of times before and knew every inch of the forest like the back of her hand. That is why she was very surprised when she came across a small hole in the ground that she had never seen before. "Hello," called Emma, and the hole whispered back, "Emma." Startled, Emma took a step back. The hole had sounded exactly like her name, as if it was calling her. Peering into the darkness, Emma could make out the rough walls of the hole. It looked like an underground cave. But how deep did it go? And what was at the bottom? Curiosity overcame her fear, and Emma leaned closer to the hole. She could just make out the faint outline of something lying at the bottom. As Emma stared at it, the shape began to move. At first, it was too far away to tell what it was, but as it crawled closer, Emma gasped. It was an ant, but not just any ant. This was an ant from the anthill outside her window. All summer long, Emma had watched the ants carry crumbs back to their nest, but this was the first time she had ever seen an ant up close. And then another ant appeared, and then another. Soon, there were dozens of them, all staring at Emma with their beady black eyes. Hello," said Emma. "Is anyone home?" One of the ants finally spoke. "Who's there?" he asked suspiciously. "My name is Emma," she replied. "I live in the house nearby." The ant narrowed his eyes even further. "What do you want?" Emma hesitated. I don't want anything. I just saw the hole and I thought maybe I could help you with something." The ant shook his head. "We don't need your help." "But," Emma began, "you looked like you needed some help, so I thought maybe I could, lend a hand." The ant sighed. "All right, you can come down there, but we don't have much time. We need your help to save our colony." Emma peered into the hole again. "How could I ever help you?" The ant turned around and disappeared into the darkness. "Follow me," he said. Emma carefully climbed down into the hole. It was dark and dank, and the air smelled like dirt and decay. As Emma's eyes adjusted to the darkness, she realized that the hole wasn't just a hole. It was an entrance to an entire underground world. All around her, Emma could see busy ants carrying crumbs and seeds back to their nest. There were also strange plants with large green leaves growing in the dirt, and in the distance, Emma could hear water trickling down a nearby stream. The ant stopped in front of a large rock. "We need you to move this rock so we can divert the stream and save our colony." Emma looked around for something to use as a lever. She spotted a large leaf nearby and used it to pry up the rock. It was very heavy, but after a few minutes of struggling, Emma managed to get it out of the way. The ants cheered and quickly scurried to work. In no time at all, they had built a dam across the stream to divert its flow. One of the ants approached Emma. "Thank you so much for helping us, Emma. You saved our colony." Emma smiled. "You're welcome. I'm glad I could help." But suddenly, Emma's smile faded. She remembered that her mom would be home soon. "Oh my gosh, I have to get home before dinner," she exclaimed. The ants all gasped. "It's getting dark," one of them cried. "She won't be able to find her way out of the forest in the dark." Another ant suggested, "We could light some fireflies and lead her to the entrance." "That's a great idea," said Emma, and the ants quickly went to work. Soon, they had gathered enough fireflies to light up the entire tunnel. One by one, the fireflies flew towards the opening, and Emma followed close behind. As she climbed out of the hole, the fireflies disappeared one by one until the only light left was the moonlight. Emma looked back at the entrance. It was just a small hole in the ground now, and she doubted that she would ever see her new friends again. But then she heard a familiar voice. "Emma, there you are." I was getting worried. It was her mom. "I've been looking everywhere for you." Emma hugged her mom. "I'm sorry, Mom. I just wanted to play one last game in the forest before dinner." As they walked towards the house, Emma couldn't help but smile. She might not be able to see her ant friends again, but she would never forget her amazing adventure in the underground ant colony.